I'm James. You guys know me.
Yeah.
That camera doesn't. So is there such a thing as an ideal team member? What about an ideal team? There must be, because companies spend millions, billions, lots of zeros, amounts of dollars on hiring the right people, putting together the right teams, and subjecting their people to horrible team building exercises to make their teams better. So there must be a perfect team, and a perfect team consists of perfect team members. And I think that we could be a perfect team, and I think I could contribute to as an ideal team member. But I'm gonna paint us a picture of what a perfect team and a perfect team member, or at least an ideal team member, looks like. And it sounds really weird, but I think the perfect team is like a flock of geese flying south for the winter. So the first aspect of a perfect team, or an ideal team member, is that all teams need few leaders and many followers. Have any of you seen, shows like The Apprentice, when everyone is super type A and everyone's a leader, but nothing gets done because they're always fighting with each other? Or if there are too many followers, if there is no leader, then you end up with a group of people who won't get anything done. They don't have any clear purpose. They don't have that person to look up to follow, because we all need to follow someone or something. And so a perfect team requires few leaders and many followers, just like a flock of geese. They fly in a V formation. There's one goose in the front who is leading the rest of the pack, who is following him. And I think that personally, as a team member, because I scored in the middle in all of the tests, like for example in the TPSI test, I scored about 2.5 to 3 across the board. I think that I can be a good team member by being flexible enough to either be a leader or be a follower. I think that's important for a team member, because if there is lack of a leader, then I can step up and be the leader, but if there is already a leader, I can just step back and follow along. And just like the flock of geese, we can work as a team, following that one goose in the front, the leader, to get to where we're going, which is not the South, although the South would be warmer than it is here. But a good grade. So, according to many internet sources, Wikipedia, when flying in a V formation, geese will create updraft. So, because of the wings, they'll create a lift for the geese behind them. This is really close to and similar to what cyclists do, and that and I'm a cyclist, and when we draft each other, the cyclist in the front will cut through the air, and the cyclist behind him will have a much easier time pedaling. And on this team, I think that my personality will allow me to be able to encourage you guys and help cut through the air and create updraft for everyone. The Myers-Briggs personality test is really popular among psychologists and college students with nothing better to do. And I scored an INFJ, which means I'm introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. According to more internet sources, Wikipedia, INFJs generally prioritize efficiency and order. And so I can help us be efficient and find the best ways to get things done, so we can slice through that air and get to the south. And we can work together that way. Finally, when geese fly in their V formations, or when cyclists are drafting each other, they're constantly switching spots. So there isn't one goose that stays in the back, and there isn't one goose that stays in the front. They're always switching, because they're helping each other out by spreading out the workload. And I think that's a good aspect of a ideal team, or a perfect team, in that not one team member spends too much time working on the project, where we all share the load and we can all switch off and work together and work and expel the same amount of energy to get where we're going. So, is there such a thing as an ideal team? I don't know. Is there such a thing as an ideal team member? I don't know, but apparently the geese do. But at the very least, I think that I could be a good team member, and I think we could be a good team.
Hi, I'm Michelle. This is my first quarter in SPU. And for me, I think we are all like a team, right, in this place, and there's gonna be a leader in the team, and there's gonna be team members as well. So for me, I'm not really a good leader because I've never been participating in a leader before. Like, yeah, I'm usually just a member of the group. So for me, as a team members, like I think we need to learn how to help one another. Like in the case that if someone needs help, so we're just gonna help them with PowerPoint or with the writing and stuff like that. And like should create an environment that allows everyone to go beyond their limitations. Like, yeah, just create spaces for people to like increase like whatever ability that they have and stuff like that. And I think I have this past experience like in my accounting project, like in my Buffy College School. I was part of the member that I need to write a statistics or stuff like that for accounting. Like we need to gather a lot of information for that. And there's one of my team member that doesn't really do it well. So he just like take credit for everything and never goes to the meeting and stuff. So we were all like kind of pissed off with him, and we tried to talk to him, but he doesn't really listen. So we go to the professor, and he was like get pissed off with us. So we just left him and stuff like that. I don't know what happened to him next. I think he left the class because it was just the beginning of the quarter. It's the same with us.
Uh-oh.
So what I learned from this is like we get to know different people with different personality. Like we need to know who are you, and who are you. So we just like need to cooperate with each other and stuff. And I think dealing with lazy people, you know, it takes a lot of patience. You need to do like so much. Okay, just let go. And that's why it leads to my strengths that I'm mostly people oriented. So I like to hang out with people. Like I'm really just cling with people. Like when the first time I met them, so I was like, yeah, hi, how are you, and stuff like that. And I'm also creative, so like a lot of ideas. I make a lot of videos, movies, and those kind of things. And I'm also well organized, so I don't like things that are really messy and stuff like that. I'm really organized. I also have some weakness that I may be like impatient sometimes. So like those kind of thing when my friends like he's so lazy, I'm just gonna talk to him, and after that if it doesn't work, then talk to the professor. Are you man kidding me? And because I'm people oriented, I usually make slow decision. So usually when you guys see like in the group meeting, I'll just keep quiet and see whether you guys talking, oh okay, this idea, and this idea, then I'll just, oh, okay, I'll go with that. Because I'm people oriented, I like to please people, like okay, just go with it. And for me, I hope to see our team in the rest of the class like more disciplined, more coordinating with people. And I hope that we can reach our goals. Like we all have our goals right in this class, and I hope we can all reach our goals. End of the class.